as with the animal farm, like I explained last time, we're going to use a medical analogy. So we're going to go through that medical analogy again and see how it applies to the stranger. Alright, so as when you go to the doctor, there are three basic steps that you go through. There's the diagnosis, right? In other words, what's wrong with you? There's the treatment. And if you follow the treatment, there's a state of health that should result. So now, remember last time I said that existentialism has some common themes. And basically, I think it makes the claim that there are characteristics or qualities that are common to all humanity, right? So one of them is loss. The idea that we lose everything. What does it mean that we lose everything? Well, we lose our youth, our health, our possessions. We lose our friends. Right? Now, besides loss, something that's common to every one of us at some point is the idea that we suffer. So loss, suffering, solitude. At some points in life, we all have to be alone. We experience what it's like to be alone, right? Without our friends. Along with that, there is the thing that I talked about last time. Accidents, or what I'll call bad luck. So bad luck is that accident that you can't predict and you can't control, right? You're just walking out of class on a beautiful day here in downtown Beijing. It's so beautiful you can almost see the sun through the smog. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a taxi cab runs you over and you're dead forever, right? Could you predict that? No, you couldn't predict it, right? Could you control it? Can't control it. Bad luck. Now, if all of these things weren't bad enough, right? The loss of everything, our youth, our health, our possessions, our friends, the fact that we suffer, we experience solitude, and we have bad luck, then we all have to die. We're all going to experience all of these things. How do we deal with that? Well, I think what the existentialists say is that you live in the moment. Whatever the moment is, you embrace it. Right? This has a parallel to Animal Farm. Remember this? What was Sugar Candy Mountain? Yeah, it's where all those good slaves went to when they died, right? And did they have to work 7 days a week in Sugar Candy Mountain? No, 7 days a week was just like Sunday when they weren't supposed to work, right? And was there enough food to eat in Sugar Candy Mountain? Yes, of course there was. It was everywhere. There was an abundance of food, right? So now, how did the pigs sort of use the myth of Sugar Candy Mountain to their benefit? Well, if you're a pig, you want the animals to believe in Sugar Candy Mountain. Why? Because It's a way in which they can accept the suffering, right? The hardship, the lack of food, the excessive work. Why? Because they all believe that when I die, I will get everything I deserve because the way that I have sacrificed in this world. Right? Is Sugar Candy Mountain real? No. It's a fantasy. It's a lie. Right? It's a bet with the future that's not going to come true. So all of those animals who believe in Sugar Candy Mountain, they're making a bet with the future that they're going to lose. Right? So the existentialists believe in the moment because it's the one thing that we're guaranteed. Remember I said last time, the best time to tell somebody you care is now. Because you might not get the chance tomorrow. You could die, or the other person could die, or you both could die. Right? So if you live in the moment, you don't make bets with the future. Now again, that's not to say that you don't make plans for the future, right? But in making plans for the future, you don't not enjoy what you have now, right? If you follow this treatment of living in the moment, making no bets with the future, right? Then you're going to achieve the state of health. I talked about this. This is what Nietzsche calls eternal return. So it's the idea that he puts forward that, this genie, this all-powerful being comes to you and asks you, you have to live your life, every day of your life over again for eternity. Right? From the time that you're a toddler up until the time you're adult and into old age. You have to live that existence over and over and over again forever. Now, if you're asked that question, what's your response? Is your response is, yeah, I could do that. Or is it, no, I don't want to do that? Well, if your answer is no, you don't want to do that, you're living the wrong kind of life. Change your life. Right? Now, let's say, because you've had some bad luck, that there are certain things that you can't change about your life. So what's the freedom that you have? If you can't change the accidents of circumstance, you can change your attitude about the accidents of circumstance. Right? So that's your freedom. That's your existential freedom.